If you are considering a career in hypnotherapy or looking to add hypnotherapy to your existing clinical practice, one of the most important decisions you will make is choosing the right training program. And I need to be honest with you, not all hypnotherapy training programs are created equal. The quality varies enormously. Some programs will prepare you to do exceptional clinical work with real confidence. Others will leave you with a certificate on the wall, but no real ability to help clients effectively. This matters because when you sit across from a client who is struggling with anxiety, trauma, addiction, or chronic pain, your training is the foundation of everything you do. It determines whether you can help that person or whether you will fumble through techniques you do not fully understand. The stakes are real. People are trusting you with their well-being, and your training determines whether that trust is well placed. So today, I want to walk you through exactly what to look for in a hypnotherapy training program, what questions to ask, what red flags to watch for, and how to evaluate whether a program will truly prepare you for the reality of clinical practice. This is not a sales pitch. This is a consumer protection conversation because there are too many people spending thousands of dollars on programs that do not deliver what they promise. And the people who suffer most are not just the students, they are the future clients who receive substandard care. Let us make sure you choose wisely. The first thing to evaluate is the curriculum. And I mean really evaluate it. Do not just look at the list of topics, look at the depth and the integration. A comprehensive hypnotherapy training program should cover several essential areas. First, the theoretical foundations. This includes the history of hypnosis, models of the mind, theories of trance, and the neuroscience behind hypnotic phenomena. Without this foundation, you are learning techniques without understanding why they work. That limits your ability to adapt, improvise, and handle unexpected situations in sessions. Second, a wide range of induction and deepening techniques. Different clients respond to different approaches. A program that teaches only one style of induction is setting you up for failure with the clients who do not respond to that particular approach. You need progressive relaxation, guided imagery, Ericksonian conversational approaches, rapid inductions, and more. Third, therapeutic applications across multiple presenting concerns. Anxiety, habits, pain management, trauma, performance, sleep, weight management, and more. Each application has its own nuances, contraindications, and best practices. A program that lumps everything together without differentiation is cutting corners. Fourth, and this is often overlooked, the business of hypnotherapy. Marketing, client attraction, session structuring, documentation, ethical considerations, and practice management. Clinical skill without business skill creates a beautifully trained practitioner who cannot sustain a practice. At Boulder Hypnotherapy Institute, our curriculum covers all of these areas in depth because we believe our graduates deserve to be both clinically excellent and professionally successful. Here's a critical question that separates serious programs from paper mills. How many supervised practice hours are included in the training? Reading about hypnotherapy is not the same as doing hypnotherapy. Watching demonstrations is not the same as guiding a real person through a real session with real emotions and real challenges. You need extensive hands-on practice, and that practice needs to be supervised by experienced clinicians who can give you real-time feedback, correct your mistakes, and help you develop your own therapeutic style. Be wary of programs that are exclusively lecture-based or that rely entirely on pre-recorded videos without live interaction. Be equally wary of programs that offer practice time but without meaningful supervision. practicing without feedback can actually reinforce bad habits. Ask specifically how many hours of supervised practice are included. Ask who provides the supervision and what their qualifications are. Ask what the student to supervisor ratio is during practice sessions. And ask whether you will practice on real clients or only on fellow students. The best programs include a progressive structure. You begin by practicing with classmates in a controlled environment. Then you advance to working with volunteer clients under close supervision. Eventually, you progress to managing your own sessions with supervisory support available. This graduated approach builds genuine confidence, not the artificial confidence that comes from completing coursework, but the real confidence that comes from sitting with another human being and knowing that you can help them. If a program cannot clearly articulate its supervised practice component, that is a significant red flag. Who is teaching the program matters enormously. And I am not just talking about credentials on paper. I am talking about current clinical experience. The best hypnotherapy instructors are actively seeing clients. They are not retired practitioners who stopped doing sessions 10 years ago. They are in the trenches, working with real people, encountering real challenges, and continuously developing their skills. This matters because the field evolves, new research emerges, new techniques are developed, the clinical landscape changes. An instructor who is actively practicing brings current, relevant experience into the classroom. They can share recent case examples. They can address the challenges that today's clients present. They can teach you what actually works in practice, not just what works in theory. Ask about your potential instructors. How long have they been practicing? Are they currently seeing clients? What populations do they work with? What is their educational background? Do they have advanced training in specialized areas? Also, look for instructors who have diverse therapeutic backgrounds. The best hypnotherapy training integrates with other modalities. An instructor who understands cognitive behavioral therapy, psychodynamic theory, somatic approaches, and trauma-informed care can teach hypnotherapy in a way that is richer and more clinically applicable than someone whose entire training is limited to hypnosis alone. Finally, look for instructors who demonstrate genuine passion for teaching and for the success of their students. The mentorship relationship between instructor and student is one of the most valuable aspects of any training program. It is worth choosing a program where that relationship is prioritized. Now let us talk about warning signs. These are the red flags that should make you think twice before enrolling in any hypnotherapy program. First, promises of instant mastery. If a program claims you will be a fully competent hypnotherapist after a weekend workshop, run. Hypnotherapy is a sophisticated clinical skill that requires substantial training and practice. A weekend can introduce you to concepts, but it cannot prepare you for the complexity of real clinical work. Second, no mention of ethics, scope of practice, or contraindications. Ethical practice is not optional. It is foundational. A legitimate training program dedicates significant time to ethical considerations, professional boundaries, scope of practice limitations, and knowing when to refer a client to another professional. If a program glosses over ethics, they are not preparing responsible practitioners. Third, exaggerated income claims. Be skeptical of programs that lead with how much money you will make. While hypnotherapy can certainly be a lucrative career, any program that prioritizes income over clinical excellence has its priorities wrong. Fourth, lack of post-graduation support. Learning does not stop When you get your certificate, the best programs provide ongoing mentorship, supervision, community support, and continuing education. If a program hands you a certificate and says, "Good luck," they are not invested in your long-term success. Fifth, no clear accreditation or professional affiliation. Legitimate programs are accredited by recognized organizations and maintain professional standards. Accreditation ensures that the curriculum meets established quality benchmarks. If a program cannot point to any external validation of its quality, proceed with caution. Before you invest in any hypnotherapy training program, I recommend asking these specific questions. What is the total number of training hours? Reputable programs typically offer a minimum of 200 hours for foundational certification, with advanced programs offering significantly more. What percentage of the training is hands-on practice versus lecture? A good ratio is at least 40% practice. What are the qualifications and current clinical activity of the instructors? Is the curriculum regularly updated to reflect current research? What post-graduation support is available? Mentorship, supervision, continuing education, community. What is the program's completion rate? High dropout rates can indicate problems. Can you speak with recent graduates about their experience? What business training is included? Are there any hidden costs beyond tuition, materials, certification fees, required memberships? What professional organizations recognize the certification? Take these questions seriously. A program that welcomes them and answers them thoroughly is a program that has nothing to hide. A program that becomes defensive or evasive in response to reasonable questions is telling you something important. Your training is the foundation of your career and the quality of care your future clients will receive. It deserves your due diligence. Choosing a training program is deeply personal. Beyond all the objective criteria we have discussed, there is also the matter of fit. Does the program's philosophy align with your values? Do you feel a connection with the instructors and their approach? Does the learning environment feel supportive and challenging in equal measure? At Boulder Hypnotherapy Institute, we welcome these questions and conversations. We are proud of our curriculum, our instructors, our supervised practice model, and the success of our graduates. But we also know that no program is right for every person. We would rather you find the right fit than enroll in a program that is not aligned with your goals. If you would like to explore what we offer, I invite you to visit boulderhypnotherapyinstitute.com and attend our free masterclass. It is an excellent way to experience our teaching style, meet our team, and ask questions in a low-pressure environment. You will walk away with a clear sense of whether our approach resonates with you. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Choosing the right training is one of the most consequential decisions in your professional development. Take your time, do your research, ask hard questions, and trust your instincts. Please subscribe for more content on building a career in clinical hypnotherapy. Leave your questions in the comments, and we will be happy to answer them. Take care.